but we don't see I'm not seeing the work ethic of the $20 worth of work. Welcome in Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm so glad you are here. Thank you so much. Tonight we are on day 362 for our daily reading. I'm actually going to keep you a short period of time. I know many people are preparing for the new year. Some people are cleaning house, doing laundry, hanging out with family. Some people are even traveling. But for me, I'm really focusing on this version of me into the new year. I really, really am not willing to carry old portions of me into a new destination, right? I really want to make sure that I'm kind of releasing the things. So tonight's live is about, it's not about resolutions, but it's about release. So as we're doing our reading for December the 30th, I want you just to think of the things that if you were to release them, what could change in your life for you? If you release the things that were preventing you or holding you back or locking you in, what would happen for you? Okay, what would happen for you? Today, what I wrote was, before the clock strikes midnight, just pause and ask yourself one honest question. What version of me is done leading my life? The version that survived by numbing, the version that overate to feel safe, the version that stayed silent to keep peace, the version that carried pain like it was a personality, the version that kept trying to fix the body without healing the mind. Day 362 is not about becoming someone new. It's about no longer dragging what no longer belongs. Transformation doesn't happen because of the calendar changes. It happens because you decide the old coping mechanisms don't get another year of authority. I'm going to read that again. Hi, Auntie Key. Hi, Reese. Hi, Antoinette. Welcome in. Hey, Life Sure. Welcome in. Welcome into the Loyals. Thank you guys so much for 1K likes. Thank you for being many blessings to you, beautiful. I'm so glad to see you. Kendra, welcome in. Hi, Lisa. One World, welcome in. Okay, so it says transformation doesn't happen because the calendar changes. It happens because you decide the old coping mechanisms don't get another year of authority. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Cheryl. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Fresh Start. Hi, Greater Beloved. Thank you, Kendra, for being here. Hi, Yaya. Hi, Denise. Okay, so I'm going to read that again. I'm going to go down. It says, tonight, release guilt that was never yours, shame that kept you small, food noise that lied to you, timelines that ignored your health, expectations that cost you peace. You are not entering a new year broken. You are entering it aware. You are not entering a new year broken. You are entering it aware. Aware of your triggers, aware of your needs, aware of your worth, and aware that wellness is all about wholeness, not thinness. Aware of your triggers, aware of your needs, aware of your worth, and aware that wellness is about wholeness, not about thinness. As the year closes, don't rush to declare what you do next. Instead, honor what you've survived. Honor what you have learned. Honor what you're finally ready to put down. Transformation doesn't shout at midnight, okay? It doesn't shout at midnight. It whispers, I choose myself differently now. And that choice changes everything. That one choice changes everything. Welcome into day 362. I'm Coach Kenya. I've lost over 479 pounds naturally, maintained about 468. I'm so grateful to be here. I've been helping women for the last 11 years feel better, think better, and live better through transformations that modify and alter the lifestyle around food, from behavior modification techniques, mindset, and nutritional cleansing. Thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful to have you. Thank you for tapping it up and joining me tonight. I'm only going to be on a little bit, so be sure you follow. So if you like what you see or like what I'm reading, please be sure to tap in. Welcome in YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you so much for rocking with us tonight. We honor you and we thank you for being here as well. And if I have not shouted you out or where you're from, please drop it in the chat and I'll try to get to that. Hi, Kim. Welcome in. Prince Love. Welcome in. Madam Iben. Welcome in. Prince Loyal. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for all the comments. London Bridges, welcome in. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Eddie. Welcome in. Oma, welcome in. Thank you so much, London Bridges. Thank you. I appreciate you. Linda, welcome in. Ready for our reading? So I just gave you the one reading, and that reading said, basically it told you that this new year is not about goals, it's about releasing and not being willing to take into the new year the old version of yourself. So tonight, as we're doing our reading, I really want you to think about the things that you need to release, that you know is keeping you back. See, the thing about some of us is we know what's stopping us, but we can't stop doing the thing that's stopping us until we admit that it's stopping us. So just because you know area for you doesn't mean that you accept it. So I want you tonight to really think about accepting the parts of you that may not be where you want to be, so that you can really start digging in and get yourself where that place is. All right. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Here we go. Got it. Welcome in, Carol. Hi, joined. December 30th says, by Melanie Beattie. Remember, we're coming from Melanie Beattie, codependency author, number one best-selling author, Codependency from Codependency No More. It's one of her best-selling books. Cynthia, thank you, Mama. Thank you. We already at 2K. Let's go. All right. So it says, look, the book is so old, y'all. The whole page done came out. We bless God, though. We on day 362. We've been doing it for 362 days. Let's go. Tap it up. That's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. We've been able to come together and help people change their lives, all by thinking better, all by showing up for themselves consistently. I had one of my clients tell me, I can't ever do anything consistent. I said, girl, you've been coming to the daily readings with me since the 67th day. It's day 260 at the time she said that. I said, baby, consistency ain't your problem. See, some of you don't, you speak against yourself and don't even realize you already got that trait. You're consistent. You just have to put the energy consistently across your life. But you're consistent. Hi, Yolanda and Kimberly. But you're consistent. Yes, I can show you the book again, Letha. But you're consistent. You are. Stop selling yourself. You consistent. If you somebody who ain't never let you get up every day and go to work, baby, that's called consistency. The only thing is you have to take that same urge and motivation, the drive, the thought of it, and apply it to yourself. And you'll start going hard for yourself. It's Melanie Beattie, Journey to the Heart. Okay, Cynthia, thank you for keeping us safe. We'll wait for you. Welcome in, Letha. Come on in, baby. How good, Berta? Welcome in. So glad to have you. I just followed you, Mama. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know if you have any questions. Una, Charmaine. And so what happened is about a year ago, well, maybe a little bit more than a year ago, we all agreed on in our group, in our community, we're called the Irish tribe, which means I realize I'm strong enough. We agreed that we wanted to do something that was therapeutic for our thinking, because we discovered, and I have been saying this for 10 years, that wellness is a mindset game. Weight loss and wellness are not the same thing. Una, thank you. They're not the same thing. So because they're not the same thing, and we learn that, right? We learn that, we start doing things that grew the mind. Okay? You got me? We start doing, Carol, we start doing things that grew the mind. By us digging in and growing our mindset, which I've been doing for years, that's that's my specialty. That's what my professional job was in. But I begin to teach these techniques to the ladies that I work with, and they begin to have the same. Thank you, Letha. They begin to have the same experience that I had had. And that's when I knew that most wellness was a mindset game. And that as a result, when you get healthy, you lose weight. But if your focus is weight loss and not health, then you will get yourself kind of wrapped up in these constant dieting, crash, microwave opportunities, but never longevity. Well, it just so happens I myself have sustained over 470 plus pounds naturally for 11 years. So one thing I can do for sure is help a sister keep it off. But you got to be ready for it, because it requires that you change the way you think about everything. So it'll take you some time to understand, per se, what we're actually doing in my community, because you'll always be getting these questions like, okay, now tell me what made you feel that way. And you'd be like, well, I didn't feel anything. And I'll say, yes, you did. Yes, it's me, London. London, it's me. London Bridges won't fall. That's me. I know, right? You know, sometimes when I look at the picture, I can smell the room, the hospice room. It had this like they had some kind of oil essential something in it, and I could smell it. So sometimes if I close my eyes, I can actually feel the physiological nervous system pain that I was experiencing, the feeling of desolate, dying, despondent, praying to die, the misery from both the physical pain and the emotional pain was simply too much for me to process. And so as a coping mechanism, I simply drifted away. Yeah, yeah. The pain, even when I was at home with my family in the hospital bed, the physical pain would wear my self worth. I don't know if anybody can relate to what I'm talking about, but it would wear my self worth down. It would make me feel rejected and neglected. It made me feel needy and lost and lonely all at the same time. All from this pain that was was my physical pain, like the broken back, the catheter, the needles, the I can't explain it. I'm trying to explain something, but the wording I can't get. It's like if you in pain for just 5 more minutes, you don't know if you can take it because it's starting to begin to suck your soul out of you. Because what you're having to do is to use every part of you to fight through the pain, the physical pain that you're in, to just keep that grin on your face. You can't even smile anymore. But if you complain, all they can do is sympathize because no one can fix it. But God, but God, but God, but God. I've been there. I've been there where the limbs are so swollen it feels like your skin's gonna pop open. So you can't you in so much pain you can't do nothing but crave the tater chip or crave the candy because the brain needs calming. And so we know chewing does that. I had to give it all to God because I couldn't do it. Yep, you have to. I had to cry out, Lord. Oh my gosh, Lord, I understand what you're saying. You do, London? Okay, can you talk about how you use the vibration place? I just got one I'm going to use it. Okay, London, because it's so new to your body. Okay, so what you're going to do is I would say let's start off with you sitting down, and I want you to put it under your feet, and I want you to start with the plate on 1 for 5 minutes for 3 days. And then you're going to put the plate on 2 for 8 minutes for 2 days. And then the plate on 5 minutes for 5 days. Okay? Because you got to get your body used to the activation of the lymphatic system so you can adjust to the itching that's going to happen. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just think of it like you got mega knees and you over there twerking, but you just bucking like they be doing like the majorette girls do. Just think of it as majorette twerking, okay? And just put it down first. So don't start off standing on it because it'll help with your fear. Because what it'll do is it'll challenge your balance. So it'll make you feel like your balance is off, okay? So that's why you're going to start sitting down just like I did so that you can get used to the feeling of the muscles and the bodies and the enzymes and all those good things getting activated. Okay, but you got to be consistent. The vibration plate works with consistency and eating right. You can't be out in these streets eating whole anything. This is for anybody who got a plate and say they don't work. If you check your kitchen habits, you'll see why the plate doesn't work. Because the plate actually activates one of the most important systems that's needed for the entire body in its existence. The lymphatic system is important. The blood flow, the biliary system, the whole system itself, the muscle that's in there, it benefits from it. So when you ease into it, what happens is people jump on it and try to do exactly what they saw the person on the TikTok doing. She's on there using those bands and doing all that. Baby, if you was hollering you was immobile 5 minutes ago, how you think you're going to stand up on a vibration plate on Monday and on Sunday you was just immobile? Make it make sense. No. You got to build your way into everything. This is why we keep crash dieting. We want to go from 300 to 150 overnight, but we don't want to do the work it takes to get to 150. Come on now. So yes, the burning itch, and yes, it will burn and itch really bad, but that's why you're going to do it in increments and allow the body to adjust. Here's the other reason why it burns and itches so bad. A, it's a sign of your lack of potassium and magnesium, because the body's muscles should be naturally adjusted to some form of movement, okay? So when the body is active, it doesn't burn as much, okay? So that's the first thing. The next thing I want you to do is make sure you're drinking water 20 minutes before getting on the plate as well, and do not get on the plate with a full stomach. Okay. Hi, grandmother. Okay. The next thing and the third thing I want you to do is when you're sitting down, don't just sit there. I actually want you to sit up. Don't be leaned back like this. No, that's not what I want. I want you to sit all the way up, put your feet on the plate, open your legs up, adjust your shoulders, suck your core, and sit actually up with your feet on the plate and let it work through the whole body. This is how you're going to get it the best use to the plate's usage. I've been using the plate since 2015 when none of y'all even cared about it. When y'all was still going to the gym and signing up for boot camps, paying $500, thinking you was going to lose 20 pounds in 5 weeks and keep it off and couldn't get your money back. I wasn't doing none of that. I was on a vibration plate paralyzed using resistance bands. The resistance bands, I'm going to tell you how loyal I am to what I do. I have on my resistance bands right now. Okay. I'm wearing the bands right now. So that's how consistent I am in what I do. How long after eating can I use the plate? Well, hopefully you would use the plate on an empty stomach, and then you would eat afterwards and have protein. So for the vibration plate, when you're getting used to it, it's best to wake up in the morning and do it. And then if you want to get my detox tea recipe off my link in bio, you can drink that 20 minutes before hot, and it'll actually help. Yeah, start tomorrow, London. Because if you already ate, it'll just help with digestion. If you want to put it on low, just maybe for 2 or 3 minutes, just to get used to it, you can do that still. Because if you had your mind made up to do it, then go ahead and do it. The reason why I said don't eat, because I want you to use it for strength, endurance, but also fat burning. So we can retrain your metabolism. So since you're new at it and you're not going to be on it long, that's why I said don't eat. But I ride the plate for an hour, 3 sets of 20 minutes. So I actually do full workouts on it using the resistance bands and dumbbells. So if you have my resistance bands, your order confirmation. Yes, it's me, honey. I know you wanted to not be me, but it's me. On my deathbed, actually. You got to talk to Jesus about it. I didn't do it, God did. So if you got questions, you're going to have to ask Jesus, Cass. And no, I didn't have surgery. And no, I didn't have injections. I lost weight 11 years ago. But you can Google me if you need the facts, or look up People Magazine or Fox News or ABC or NBC. They'll all have them. Yeah, you can just Google my actual name. Literally, real talk. I've been doing this for years. My YouTube channel goes all the way back to when I first started. So I'm old, baby. I'm old school at this. Maybe everybody else you see on the app is new, 6 months, a year. They've been on the injection free. That's not my story. I support all those stories. I believe in them. I follow those people and support them 100%. Of course I do. Because I don't believe it matters how we lose weight, guys. I think what matters is mindset. Tap the like button if you agree with me. So is your, what birthmark? There's no birthmark next to my nose, girl. It's a mole, and it's right here. It's right there, and it's right here. I have a birthmark on my ass. Do you want to see it? Because I couldn't fit clothes there, so a lot of people saw my ass. Since they had to roll me, since I weighed 592 pounds, they had to roll me to the left and the right. But I have a birthmark on my butt. I could show you that. No, it's a mole, love, look. But I really do have a birthmark on my butt. And my dad has it on his face. Well, he had it on his face. Cass, I'm being silly. It's me, girl. I know you're just curious. It's hard to believe. One thing I always tell people, it's difficult to believe in the power of God, but God is out here doing miracles right in front of our faces. Yeah, it's a total miracle because I was about to die there, definitely. Yeah. All right, so that was our check-in time because it's Tuesday. We did a little few questions. You guys, I was just being silly. I do have that birthmark on my butt. I would never show you guys. I was just being. If you're new here, I act silly like that. No pun intended. You can ask any questions. It's. I know that it's me, so I don't have to like go into detail to try to prove it to you. But you can Google me if you need proof. Always feel free to go do your own research. But for the ladies that have been here a long time, they'll quickly tell you it's actually me because many of them have met me in person. It's really me. Sometimes every now and then, people that knew me in that photo will come in my live and tell my story. Yeah. Nutrition. It's nutrition. It's not invasive. It's just what happens is, remember, a lot of people are actually using caloric restrictions, so they're starving their muscles. So it's hard to avoid severe saggy skin if you starve your way all the way. I did not starve. I've actually, once I started my journey, I've been eating about between 24 and 2,500 calories and sometimes more than that a day. Yeah, I have not dieted. I have not took away food or anything. What I did is I eat more smart. I eat kind of based on nutrition. So it's not that I diet, it's that I make sure I get. So today, everything I've had is protein. For dinner, I literally had chicken, like just chicken. No sides, no carb, no. I'm chicken because I know what I still need to finish my day. So I fuel my body accordingly. I don't have to eat to feel better. So food doesn't have to be all tasty and yummy and hot and all of that. No, something is not right because your birthmark is on your mouth and it's next to it. It's not a birth. That's not a birthmark next to my nose, weirdo. Yes, I do, Letha. They're me. Yes, Letha, my coaching company's been open since 2019. I started in 2016. See, both of those are the same people. One's in hospice and one's in palliative care. What, Breezy? Welcome in. Hi, Vita Mia. Okay, so tonight we're on December 30th. Are we ready? We're at our 8:15 mark. You guys are making me laugh about my mole. No, it's no mark next to my nose, boo. No birthmark. Not even tape from the feeding tube that used to be in my face. I was on a feeding tube in palliative care. They took out the feeding tube because you're just die. Nope, it's not invasive. I use nutritional cleansing, and so in this cream called, I posted it actually. You are tripping. I'm sorry, but it's me. Or do you really want me to show you proof? Because I really can. What would you like to see? The medical records, the actual Polaroids of these pictures. I'm at home with my family. I can go get some of the people that have been around the whole thing. Yeah, tonight you're tripping, boo. It's me. I know it's difficult when this is what I tell people. Sometimes looking at my story and hearing my story is a true test of your faith of God because my story is the power of God. Because I'm only laughing at you because I'm actually in hospice on my deathbed. So no one in their right mind would come on anywhere and post that photo because I'm actually on my death. I'm actually there's a tube that same look. That's why I said I can start showing you. You see that? You see that on the picture? I still have it because I still have a terminal illness. It's okay. Go Google it. My name is Kenya Elliott. I've been featured in People magazine all the way back in 2018. Page 78. 439 pounds. I can go on. I can keep going, but because I don't feel like I need to prove anything to you. I don't know who you are. I really don't care what you think because I know where I've been at, right? So because I was on my deathbed and I had to fight like hell to get back from there, I never feel a need to stand and justify what I know I went through. I was pissing and shitting on myself. So personally, I don't care what you think. I don't have to prove anything to you because I know where I've been. And it was serious. Yeah, you have no idea what I was experiencing there. So it's okay if you don't believe it. I mean, I may not believe you who you are. Maybe you say you're a girl. Maybe you're really a boy. I don't know. So everyone can have their opinion. Everybody can have their opinion. But I know what's real for you. It doesn't have to be. I don't know you. I don't care about you, and you don't care about me. So it doesn't matter if you don't believe it. It's okay. You can even stay here if you want and listen and get encouraged and motivated. But it's definitely me. Okay. But it's okay if you don't, because I'm seeing a lot of the same comments say that's not her. That picture can't be you. Your birthmark. I've seen like 20 comments that says that now. So that's for everybody that says that. Okay, so why don't you go find something safe to do? Like find somebody that cares that you're wasting all that energy texting, maybe. Okay, because we're gonna get to the daily reading. Because what we do here is positive. You understand? I was on my deathbed, and at the time I was actually praying to die. So the fact that God gave me a chance to live after being resuscitated 9 times, I'm very grateful for what I do, and I love what I do. I'm excited to help other women get emotionally free from food addiction, but even more women who suffer from terminal conditions, chronic conditions, and autoimmune conditions that cause them to gain weight, because it does mess with your brain functioning. As a retired professional therapist, behavior modification specialist of over 25 years, I have multiple degrees. I promise you, everything I do here is solid rock. So maybe it's not the space for you, but thank you so much for being here and God bless you. Okay. All right. So it was on December 30th. Lita, yes, Lita. Lita, but you gotta send me you gotta send me your information, Miss Lita. Because how am I gonna find you? Yep, Keisha's on it. Lita, Lita, I'm looking for your comment, but how shall I find you? Huh? Okay, there you go. Because how will I find you? I did follow you though, because you when you first came in, did you see? Because what happens is if we don't follow each other, then when you message me, it goes to some weird mailbox, and then I have to wait to request for you to give me permission to speak. So that's why I was saying to DM me. So then it would be at the top, like I did all the ladies the other night. I did get through my whole list the other night. Thank you, Brooklyn. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, so I did my reading and now it's y'all reading because we only have until 8:30. Remember, it's Tuesday, so we only get 45 minutes. Okay. And don't forget to get your book for our next reading. I've been doing excerpts from it for I don't know weeks now. So don't be saying you don't know which one because Coach has been telling you to get your book. Yes, Key. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so don't forget. Welcome in. I love her. So don't forget, this is our next series. Do y'all remember? I showed you a month ago, and then at the beginning, the middle of I showed you in November. I showed you in October, and now I'm showing you again because we've already kind of started hopping through it. Every now and then I'll hop up here and read a section. So remember, in a couple of days, we'll be doing 3 days a week reading this one because remember, now you have an opportunity to bring your resistance bands and work out with me in the morning on Zoom. So now you're going to have your 2 times a week workouts with your bands, and then we'll have our 3 times a week with our reading. Okay, so make sure you got your book and be ready to go. Most of the girls got it. Most of the girlies already tapped in. They're already making notes. They're already reading because we use this on our team. And this book, the sole purpose of it is to help with your prayer life. I love her. Let me finish the reading and I will tell you about my page, okay? I got you. And also my mods can drop you some information in the chat too, a little bit about me, what I do and everything as well. Okay, why do I reading? Okay, so y'all, the book, I've had it so many times and I've been reading it since 2019. It's literally falling apart, but never I digress. It says, joy is your next lesson. Learning compassion, understanding love, and experiencing joy. That's our purpose here. That's our true mission on this planet. Learning compassion may have been difficult because, in order to feel compassion for others without judging, we had to go through difficult times ourselves. Times when, despite our best efforts, we couldn't help ourselves. Times when, despite our searching, we couldn't find the answers. As many say, it is unusual our own pain. It is usually our own pain and problems that make us compassionate. Understanding love may have taken many years, many heartbreaks, and much searching and grasping until we discovered that the key to love was our own heart. Until we discovered that love wasn't exactly what we thought or hoped it would be. Now it's different and better. Don't give up. Don't stop now. Don't let the residue, the pain from the early parts of your journey, stop you from going forward. We first had to learn about compassion and love in order to learn joy. The hard work is done. Now you have reached your reward. Now it's time to learn joy. Joy is your next lessons. Just you and Cynthia TR. Joy is your next lesson. Did y'all get it? Hi, Paw Paw. Did y'all get it? We in the building? Oh, you can. It's because you can. It'll block my face. Golden Illuminati. Yana. Hi, welcome in. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Dora. Okay, we're good on our reading. So today's focus, remember, it's about releasing. It was figuring out what version of you needed to release in order to go into the new year with an open mind and a focused heart. With an open mind and a focus. This is important because what happens is just because you have a goal, it doesn't mean you're focused. Many of us can set goals, but we're not focused on what steps it takes to complete it. And this is actually the problem. This is actually the problem. The name of the book is Melody Beattie Journey to the Heart. The problem is just because you have a goal, you have to then break it. Like, okay, if a person wants a new car and they know they need to make money, they can just say, I'm going to make money, give me a new car. You have to decide how much money you're going to put aside, at how much, at what point, at what date. You know what I'm saying? So that you can build up to the amount of money you need. Does that make sense? I know. Yeah. Same for your weight loss and wellness. Say, for example, if you say, okay, coach, I've lost 100 pounds. I need to lose 50 more. You have to decide and figure out what else you would need to increase on your journey in order to enhance the results. So say you've lost your first 100 pounds. Let's say you did caloric restriction. No problem. And you notice that the only thing that's holding you back now is your food noise. So that means to get through to the next 50 pounds, you would have to now focus on your emotional mindset around eating because that's where you're plateauing at. You're not plateauing in your strategies to lose weight. You're plateauing in your ability to think of your journey as a wellness journey versus a weight loss goal. Make sense? Does that make sense, babies? Maybe. No. Yes. So. Maybe. No. Yes. So. Yeah. Because the thing is, you have to break that goal down too. The goal to wellness when it's okay. So remember this, the whole thing this week and last week was there's a difference between wellness and weight loss. Get your mind right and speak accordingly and stop talking yourself out of your goal. Because many of you are so focused on getting to a number, you're missing the wellness and the mindset portion that's required to sustain the weight you've already lost. So you begin to yo-yo back and forth on the scale. One, you're weighing too often. Two, your body has become familiar with the strategy that you've come up with to reach your current weight goal that you met. And so what you have to do is elevate that strategy. You have to either have to restrict more, or you have to work out harder, which is how you end up going to the gym 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, is because your weight loss journey is based on caloric restrict and calorie burning. If you don't teach your body how to properly cut on the metabolism and utilize enough of your hormones and enzymes to break down the food and absorb the nutrition, you're still going to struggle. Yes, it's me, baby. You're still going to struggle. It's not that you're not doing things that equal weight loss. It's that those things aren't going to be able to give you the maintenance and sustainability that you need. right? Because remember, I've been fat twice. So I've lost weight twice. I've lost it by deprivation and starving, and I failed at it. That's how I started getting sick. Okay. Okay. The second time around, I found out I had a blood clotting disorder. So I'm not eligible for any forms of surgery. I'm weighing 592 pounds. I'm in a hospice bed. I cannot breathe on my own, eat on my own, poop on my own, pee on my own. I have more tubes in my body than my body has body parts to put tubes in. And I literally was suffocating in my own body. Not just because I was terminally ill, but because I was craving all types of food due to physical, emotional pain and unresolved trauma and healing from my past. So it's like a perfect storm aligned its way together. I went from being an extremely successful, overweight, extremely successful Black woman to a broken down, morbidly obese, dying woman in hospice in 4 years. I spent 4 years laying in that bed. That wasn't like a overnight stay. That was 4 straight years. I laid in that bed in that facility until I was transferred to palliative care in the bottom picture. I was given 30 days to live, the same amount of time you're given to pay your bills. Yeah. And so as a result of coming through this journey the second time, realizing that I was addicted to, and I had to learn how to live with food in my life without being dependent on the taste, the flavor, the sensation, the desire, the grooming, the restricting, the craving. I had to get answers that were solid. I had to find answers that could help other women and men get free from the same bondage in which I had suffered from since I was a very little girl. And by doing that, I was able to open a safe space for people in over 14 countries to get help in the very thing that almost killed me. Because what happened, my relationship with food became diabolical and disconnected and narcissistic. Because I can never not eat, but because food became a way for me to feel in the life I was dealing with, it became a codependent, very sickly connection. Because before I knew it, food was everything. Hey, Dorita, welcome in. Before I knew it, I was eating to feel better. But the problem was, no matter how much I restrict or whatever, I could never get the weight off because I was eating to feel better. And then you add in the fact that I suffer from malabsorption. That's problem number 2. So no matter what strategy I did to work, the good foods that I was eating, I couldn't absorb enough of it to burn enough fat to get my metabolism to work powerful enough to equate sustainable weight loss. So everything had to be reset. Everything, the way I eat, the way I think, nutritional cleansing, detoxing at the cellular level. I had to do all of those things because it's not just about losing weight. It's about healing the damaged cells in my body that happened in that time. I was taking 63 pills a day. 63 pills a day in a hospice facility, rolling me left, rolling me right, rolling me left, rolling me right. My phone's about to die. So when my phone dies, I'm going to hop off, okay? And go to prayer line. We're praying tonight. But thank you so much, D-Rock. Any other last questions? Heather, I'm in your mind. So my page. So this is actually just my backup TikTok page. I actually have a page with over 60,000 followers on TikTok. I've been viral on TikTok for many years. My phone's about to die. I knew it. Hold on, let me see if I can stop it. I'm trying. Give me a second. Jeez. I'm coming. I was literally about to log off because we go to 8:30. I gotta wait for this to cut back on. I'm trying to keep it alive. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. YouTube, the phone done died. Facebook and Instagram. So we got to get TikTok on the scene. Do y'all have any questions on YouTube or Instagram? Okay, there it goes. Boom. Bam. I'm back. You guys, my phone died, but I got back. It'll let it catch up. It's a little delayed. Let it catch up, okay? All right. Any questions on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram? I'm checking the comments, guys. All right. We have 5 more minutes and we'll be at our 45-minute mark. Ooh, we're doing good with time too. Hey, Corey, how are you? Hey, Joanna, how are you? Welcome in, my loves, on Instagram. I forgot what I was talking about. Sorry. Oh, I was just sharing my story. I was just saying I was on a lot of pills. It was pretty bad. I was sick as a dog. I really so for yeah. This is me. So I don't think I missed any other questions. How did I do it? I'm sick of gaining my weight, and my physical was not good. But but having a hard time. I totally understand, Sky. I would first say you should do a food assessment. I know people will say put your measurements in, learn how much calories you need to eat. When it happens like that, it means it's not just about the calories. It's also about why you eat and when you're eating it. So that means you now want to look at food and your relationship with food, not just how restricted it, fasting and all that. Some people can be having an emotional barrier to weight loss. And so we have to start to look at that so that you can figure out where the blockage is for you. And that'll actually get you started so that you can learn the nuances of what's making the plateaus happen. Is it physiologically or is it your nervous system? Learning those things actually really, really help with sustaining your weight loss. Really, really helps with sustaining your weight loss. I promise you. And then, if you want to go to my link in bio, grab my free 7-day meal plan. It has my detox tea in there. Grab my detox tea from the grocery store. It's a free ingredient. You don't have to get the products. And start there. The mint, ginger, lemon, and honey is really going to be beneficial. If you have a vibration plate, you can start on the vibration plate using the Queen, welcome in, using the strategy that I mentioned. That strategy is going to help you at a basis in terms of renewing your body, right? Because I'm into prolonged health and wellness where we look at like renewing the body at its cellular level, your sleep patterns, your stress level. So we kind of look at the stuff that makes it hard for the body to lose weight. So we don't just talk about calorie count and going to the gym and eating your protein. We actually look at why your body may not be doing what it's supposed to be doing. Sometimes it's not only what you eat or what you don't eat. Sometimes it's all the other stuff happening in your life that's causing the weight to not release. So you have to look at that too. You can't keep skipping it or that weight gonna keep coming back, especially if it's emotional weight. Hey, Tam Tam. Especially if it's emotional weight. That stuff, okay, you'll lose it, come back. You'll lose it, come back. You'll lose it being good mental spirits, be feeling great. That depression smack you in the face, and that 20 pounds come back with 10 more to it. That 20 pounds come back and bring 10 of his cousins. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And before you know it, that 20 and that 30 pounds brought 5 of his cousins is 50 more. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Before you know it, you all done gained 50 pounds in 6 months. And if you looked over the last 6 months, you done been so stressed out, been doing your best to keep that weight off. You've been calorie counting, not eating after 7, but the weight won't move. Why? It's emotional. It's emotional. And because many of us are still living in a situation that's stressful and difficult for us, we're afraid to look at it. But if we don't look at it, it's going to continue to hold us captive through our weight. If I'm in a toxic relationship and I'm trying to heal, my weight is the protection. I can't heal if I'm staying in a relationship. I'm going to have something's got to give. It's like either I'm going to get healed or get killed. Which one is it? So I have to decide what I'm willing to sacrifice to get to a healing space. Hey, Cassie, welcome in, boo. Am I making any sense tonight? I don't know. Any other questions? So I would say start there. And that's not hard to do. It don't cost you a lot of money or nothing. Thank you so much, Miss Tam Tam. Cassie, how you doing tonight, baby? Thank you, Miss Tam Tam. Susan, hi, baby. How are you? It makes sense to you, Susan. You in bed and down deck. Thank you, Queen, for backing me. Thank you for getting donuts, Tam Tam. Y'all like food. My gift gallery. I didn't know what to select when they asked me, so of course I picked the donuts. Lord help me. I always told you I was an FA, a food addict. I ain't never denied my truth. I know why I can't. I know why I need emotional help with food. Thank you, Queen. I know why I need emotional help with food. Honey, I know food been helping me feel better, make me feel all love and warmed inside for years. Oh, I know it's unbelievable, but it's me by the grace of God. I didn't do it on my own, not even possible. Tam Tam, thank you so much for lighting up my gift gallery, sister. I appreciate you. I'm telling y'all right now, truth be told, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. It's all God. If it was not for me discovering that I had an actual issue with food, I would be struggling like everybody else. I'd probably be done already gaining the weight back. Many people that started the journey when I started, they've gained their weight back. I haven't. They'll tell you they call me the goat. I don't the nicknames I have, I did not make them up. Tam Tam, thank you. Congratulations, you guys. Make sure you follow Tam Tam. She's setting it off in the gallery, you guys. Thank you, Tam Tam. You guys, I'm telling you, if I had not have dealt with the way I think, because here's what would happen. I'm gonna tell y'all this. We got 3 minutes, and Coach gonna hop off of here. Cassie, I'm hopping on prayer line at 8:45, baby. I got to go, but I know I got dual obligations. Thank you so much, Tam Tam. I don't think I've ever gotten that many gifts in one live. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I honor you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the depths of my heart. The way I learned that I was eating to feel better is because one day I had an argue with somebody and I wasn't hungry. When we got done arguing and they left the room, the first thing I did was start reaching for food. Thank you, boo. I started reaching for something to chew. After the first bite, I could actually feel my entire body almost become elated, comatose, relaxed. Thank you so much for the friendship necklace, Tam Tam. I felt relaxed. And the more I ate, the more I felt relaxed. In that moment, I saw a direct connection to how I ate myself right there. Because what would happen was when I would get sad, I would start eating, y'all. And whatever it was I was eating, I would eat the whole entire thing. So if you made me sad and I had cookies available, I would eat the whole pack of cookies until my brain wasn't hurting anymore. I don't see somebody can't relate to that, so it's okay. I'm gonna quit talking like that because some of y'all don't get it. My body size was an expression of the emotional and physical pain in my body. That's it. My actual weight was the expression, was the physical symptom of my pain. Catch that, somebody. The pain you are emotionally, mentally, the weight on your body is the physical symptom. All right, let me give you something. When a person has because I don't want to make for anybody. Okay, when a person has let's see, what's a disorder that you can see, that you can't see, that you can see. Let's say you can see. Okay, a person who is maybe deaf. The symptom of their deafness is they can't hear. Okay, you can't see that. I don't know if that's a good example. What I'm saying is the physical pain that you're in, if you eat to feel better, your physical and emotional pain can link up and magnify what you feel and cause you to eat until you can numb the physiological and nervous system anxiousness you're feeling in your body. This is why you can eat a whole bag of Hershey Kisses and watch TV or scroll on TikTok. This is why you can go in the kitchen and cook a whole pack of fried chicken wings, and before the end of the night you can go back and forth and eat all that chicken wing you cooked without even realizing it, because in that moment you're physiologically eating, you're not physically eating, because you're not physically hungry, you're emotionally hungry. So the hole that you're eating to feel is not, you can't touch it, you can't grab it. That's why it never gets full. Are y'all following me tonight or no? I'm out in these streets all alone like Donkey Kong. And YouTube, you got me. Are y'all following me tonight? Because I don't know if y'all follow me. I want to make sure we on the same page, like getting it down. Like we like James Brown getting down. Because what I'm trying to explain is many people have this happen to them, but because they can't put words to it, they don't know what it is. Right? Right? A big one is when you have a fight with your partner or your boyfriend or your boo or your bae. That want to have you eat a bag of chips and cuss them out between each bite and then be sick from the processed salt, sugars, and all of that on the next morning. But in that moment, that salt was raising, hyphening to heightening those endorphins. And then when you added a little bit of crap talking, a little talking to it, you felt better. Like you had had an argument with a real person, but really all you did was eat that bag of chips to feel better. Nobody can relate to that. Okay, well, it don't matter if you can. It's just for people that can. Remember, around here we only got two shoes. You can put both pair on. You can put one shoe on, two shoes on, or no shoes on. Which means if the shoe don't fit, don't be putting it on. Okay, don't just come up in here and want to agree because you want to agree. That might not be your food journey. Your food journey might be restricting. You might be somebody who get mad and don't eat for 3 days and think you gonna hurt the person you pissed at when you ain't hurt nobody but yourself. See, we all got something. We all got something. Well, shoot, I done gained 3 pounds. I'm not eating till next week. Okay, don't eat till next week. And when you swell up from your body going into fight or flight mode, don't be mad because you 5 pounds heavier than you was when you started at the 2. When I'm angry, I can't eat. It causes you to restrict. The other spectrum, which means you can go 18, 20 hours without eating, but when the signal finally triggers, she's raging. Are you with me? Tam, are you with me? Darkness, are you with me? Winter, are you with me? Trevor, you with me? Mary, welcome in. Yeah. So remember, we have two food issues are not just about overeating. That's not the only reason why we gain weight and can't get it off. Remember, we can be chronic restrictors and have symptoms of other diagnoses that have caused us to be unable to successfully keep the weight off. And when emotional irregularities come up, we tend to soothe those with not the best types of food. And that's how the weight gain happens. Do you understand what I just said? If the body's already in fight or flight from heightened stress, I'm not sleeping good, and now I'm restricting, I'm actually doubling down to worsen the issue, not make it better. But because we watch so many people starve themselves to lose massive amounts of weight, we become elated and diluted that all I need to do is starve myself to lose weight. But if you've been someone who's used this method for a long time, this method becomes not as effective for your body, its enzymes, because it's used to you starving. So it knows that you're not going to feed it. So it has to go into fight or flight and store fat cells in order to give you energy and eat off your muscles and stuff because it knows you ain't going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Hi, Thickly Divine, welcome in. Does that make sense? And the sugar addiction, you have to detox your tongue. And a lot of people will have you drinking teas to detox your stomach and your bowel and your colon and your all of that. But it's actually in your mouth and the way it makes you feel. So you have to attack your tongue and your thinking because the sugar has given you highness, just like that other stuff. I've been giving my 5-minute mark, you guys. So just like that other stuff, that brain center lit up. So you have to teach that center of your brain not to light up for that reason anymore. That's why you use behavior modifications, tapping, and breathing, and NLP, which is, that's what I teach. As Queen was sharing with you guys the other night. It's all the other stuff. Welcome back, y'all. That's a beneficial. It's all the techniques that you learn that help with the behaviors of eating. Food Justin is about calorie in and calorie out. I know gym buffs and restrictors want to teach you that, but it's also about the knowledge, making sure it's nourishment. Because if you restrict down so low and you're not absorbing it, then you're not getting no nutrition. So you're gonna be thin but look sickly and your limbs gonna break. So you want to find a good even keel of consistency. How long did it take? 18 months. I started in 2014. I was done by the end of beginning 2015 and 2016. So November 2014 was kind of the first time they put a shake in my feeding tube. And then from there, I start walking after, I stood up after 6 months. I started walking fully after 2 years. So I lost all my first 468 pounds in 18 months. Any questions on YouTube? You guys, I'm trying to check all the areas so I don't miss anybody. I can hear my family singing on prayer line. I'm ready. Queen, thank you for the likes and love. With that, if there's no more questions, you guys, please be sure you follow or cut on the notifications. I'll be back tomorrow again. And if you haven't grabbed your bands, go ahead and make sure you grab them because we need them to come in mail in time for Tuesday morning at 6:30. You can't get in without an order confirmation in your resistance bands, okay? Remember, you have to have your resistance bands. That's all it requires for you joining with us, okay? I will throw you in that prayer circle. I'm on my way. You can actually hear. No, I didn't do the weight loss surgery or GLP-1 to lose weight because I lost weight 11 years ago, my love. Are you on the GLP-1 or had weight loss surgery? Do you use either one? I think they're both actually absolutely amazing. I started semaglutide for food, not semaglutide, but Giuseppe for food noise and NAD plus. I do a stack for energy for my blood condition. Okay, got 1 minute. Okay, time is up. Do I have extra skin? Actually, my skin looks exactly like what you see. Not a lot of extra skin, which I'll talk more about tomorrow if that's okay with you guys. All right, may God bless you and keep you. Thank you for tapping in. Don't forget to follow if you have more questions. I will answer them tomorrow. So, no, I did not have surgery. If you look up my story, I started in 2014, and there was no GOP then, so it's all natural. Yeah, but I can help you no matter what. My tribe believes we support everybody. We don't. It doesn't matter your journey over here. You don't have to have surgery to qualify to be on this page, or you don't have to be a GLP-1. This is not the Berry VSG lap band, slip band. It's this. We just want you to know that you're welcome, that you don't got to do it by yourself. And yeah, it's hard and you're not crazy, lazy, or stupid. You're going to have plateaus and it's not going to happen overnight. That's what we about on this page. So I work with clients who pre or post surgery, who are on the GLP-1, who are natural, who are vegetarian, who are keto. So it doesn't matter how you want to lose it. If you want a community that focuses on mindset and food disorder, food eating issues, because there's certain words I can't say, then that's what I actually specialize in. So yeah, come on over. We would love to have you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's learn more about our thinking around food. That's going to be the game changer for many of you into 2026 is figuring out your real relationship with food. Yeah, and tackling it. Okay. All right. Love you guys. We got to get off A.